Good news for a good morning. From Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom, you're watching NewsLink Indiana's Cardinal Sunrise.
Good Friday morning to you. I'm Peyton Mucker.
And I'm Isaiah Farrell. You're waking up with Cardinal Sunrise.
The changing of the season leads to beautiful things. Snowflakes, hot cocoa, snow angels.
But don't forget colds. You can now take care of your sore throat in style.
The Swiss brand Ricola is now offering scarves.
That's right, scarves are infused with essential oils. They're offering two signature aromas, lemon balm mint and peppermint.
And there's even a secret pocket to stash your cough drops. The scarves went up for sale on Ricola's website Wednesday, but it is for a limited time run.
You know, if those scarves don't give it away already, we're officially in respiratory virus season.
But don't worry, there are always ways to protect against viruses like COVID-19, influenza, and RSV. So we have some tips to keep your immune system safe. Take a look here.
Yeah, first wash your hands often with soap and warm water and avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth.
Next, stay hydrated. Getting plenty of fluids is one of the best ways to support your immune system.
And get plenty of sleep. 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night gives your body the chance to fully recover and prepare for the day ahead.
Finally, eat some good food. A nutrient-rich diet gives your body the energy it needs to fight off infections. You know, we were just speaking about colds, and it's getting pretty cold out there, so I'm kind of dreading getting a little sick.
I know. I had a small cough a couple of days ago, so...
Right. Well, let's see if Orion can tell us if we're expecting any more of those colder temperatures.
Thank you. Yes, if we look at, take a look at Cooper Science right now, we see a lot of this cloud cover, and we see the beautiful sunrise. We are getting some reports of some scattered showers out there this morning. Now, if we take a look at our current temperatures statewide, we're about an average of 45 degrees, and when we zoom into Muncie and the surrounding area, we are also seeing that average about 45, getting up to these mid-50s. Now, taking a look at the future of today, we are going to see, we're going to talk about the temperature drop this weekend, the strong winds this next week, and the rain early next week.
Well, thank you so much, Ryan. I'm kind of dreading that rain because it's already cold, so...
I know. I keep the cold because I love cold weather and I love snow. I know I might be the only one.
Right. Well, scientists have identified 3 species of tree toads that leapfrog over the egg to tadpole stage.
Yeah, the females give birth on land to dozens of toadlets, each just a few millimeters long, but live birth is extremely rare in amphibians. Out of more than 4,000 species of frogs and toads, fewer than one bear live young. The 3 varieties of tree toad from Tanzania were previously classified as one species.
Now, if your family is thinking about bringing a dog home for the holidays, but you can't think of a name, you're in luck.
That's right. The American Kennel Club just released its list of the most popular names of the year.
Max has reclaimed the top spot for the most popular male name. Hank, Teddy, Cooper, and Gus round out the top 5.
Yeah, and for the girls, Luna was the most popular female name, followed by Bella, Daisy, Lucy, and Ruby. The American Kennel Club says the ranking was based on registration statistics and enrollments in the AKC K9 Partners program.
Well, coming up, an update on travel delays now that the government has reopened.
And Ethan Wall has that national forecast for you.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our every day.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show
A
them.
man types on a computer.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Paper ceiling, noun, the invisible barrier that comes at every turn for workers without a bachelor's degree.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
Scaled through alternative routes. It's time to let them shine. Thepaperceiling.org. Find out how stars can meet your talent needs.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I'm doing much better now. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
Through thick and thin, DAV's been there for me and my family.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned.
My victory is getting my life back.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
These walls and windows hold me tight. The warm embrace we all call home. This little street is a land of liberty of its own, where I always have a place to go. I'm free to call this place my own. We all deserve a place to call home.
That's an American dream.
Welcome back. The government shutdown is over, but flight delays and cancellations will linger as air traffic controllers staff back up.
Right, and workers have received a paycheck in weeks will still have to wait for back pay. So the country still has some work to do before travel gets back to normal.
Now, Sherelle Hubbard has more.
Travelers, hold on to your hats. The reopening of the government means more services are gearing up to fully come back with the return of furloughed federal employees. Essential federal workers like TSA agents and air traffic controllers have remained on the job, but with staffing issues and without paychecks. Flight delays and cancellations are expected to linger as air traffic control facilities staff back up.
It's going to take a long time. The problem is that the cascading effect that has occurred during the government shutdown is going to just kind of build on top of itself.
The federal government is open once again after President Donald Trump signed a stopgap funding bill into law late Wednesday. But Thursday, nearly 1,000 flights were canceled due to those staffing issues, FAA mandated cuts to keep the airspace safe, and other unrelated reasons. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem handed out what she said were $10,000 bonus checks to nearly 24 TSA workers at George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston for what she called exemplary service through the shutdown.
For stepping up, taking on extra shifts, for showing up each and every day.
Still, air traffic controller staffing problems were reported at Federal Aviation Administration facilities Thursday. While it remains unclear when regular operations will resume, travelers seem thankful relief is en route.
I'm really happy about that for the people that are traveling for the holidays. At least that takes it off their plate.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
You know, as we're approaching the holidays, people are going to be flying, people are going to be driving, so I'm really hoping some of that temperature is going to be nice.
Same. I'm not traveling personally, but I want the holidays and as we lead up to be some nice weather.
Right. Well, let's go take it to Ethan and see if nationally, how are we going to be seeing some of those temperatures?
Thank you. Looking at the current temperatures, we're at 41 in New York, 56 in Kansas City, 49 in Denver with a lot of cold nearby, 63 in Las Vegas, 62 in Los Angeles. Looking at today's highs, we have 48 in New York, not much changing, 84 in Dallas-Fort Worth area, warming up in Denver to 73. Los Angeles staying about the same at 64. And in Montana right now, it's 59, the high is 59 for today. For the 6-10 day temperature outlook for most of the Midwest, it's predicted to be above average. For the West Coast, Nevada, California, Arizona, it's going to be a bit below average, predicted to be. Looking at current watches and warnings, not much happening in the Midwest right now, but if you look north, and Nebraska and South Dakota, we have a red flag warning with high winds, low humidity, so fire is very possible. Up in Montana, we have some wind advisories up there. Now looking into California, there's a lot going on. On the West Coast, we have a small windcraft warning, so I wouldn't recommend taking your boats out there or go surfing right now. There's a flash flood warning north of Los Angeles, with some big portion is under a flood watch. In the Sierra Mountains, we have a winter weather advisory and winter weather warnings. From looking at the radar, you can see all the rain in Los Angeles and Las Vegas, and the rain or the snow in the Sierra Mountains right there. Not much happening in the Midwest right now. Looking at the future radar, you can see all the rain coming up into Los Angeles with all the snow still happening. As you can see, it's moving up north. Los Angeles still has some on Saturday. Looking in the Midwest, you can tell there's not much happening still, and there's a high pressure up here, so there's not much. Looking at the 6-day, 10-day precip outlook, the probability is pretty high, so expect some more rain coming.
You know, even despite we're not having a whole lot in the Midwest, I don't think I'm going to complain necessarily.
No, not at all. You know, keep it the way it is fine.
Right. Well, hey, thank you so much, Ethan. Coming up, we're going to revisit those northern lights from earlier in the week.
And take a full look at your local forecast with Orion Lucas.
When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without a high school diploma. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers.
Your achievement has set an example for so many students. Most importantly, your daughter.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free adult education centers near you.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age.
Who did you steal him from?
Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confusion with time and place may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Welcome back. Now, if you stepped outside Wednesday night, you probably caught a glimpse of the Northern Lights.
Yeah, they were certainly beautiful, but why are the colors the way that they are? Let's find out while taking a look at the pictures you submitted to us.
The Northern Lights happen when the energy from the sun hits the gases in Earth's upper atmosphere. Different gases at different heights glow in different colors.
Red auroras are very high up, over 150 miles above Earth. Green is the most common color, also at 150 miles above Earth. Blue and purples show up pretty low in the atmosphere, only up to 60 miles away.
So, think of it as a tiered cake. Blue and purple is the base, green is the center, and red is the decorations up top. Now, I really wanted to go out there and get a little glimpse for myself, but I was way too cold to get out there. So, Orion, are some of these colder temperatures going to keep up?
Thank you, Peyton. Actually, these temperatures are going to start to warm up this weekend, but let's take a look at our current temperatures first. Statewide, we're seeing about an average of high 40s. We're seeing 50 in Muncie, 48 in Indianapolis. It is much cooler in Fort Wayne, though, right now at 36 degrees. Now, when we zoom into the surrounding area, we see it is 50 degrees in Muncie and Farmland. It is a little bit higher in Newcastle and Anderson at 49, but much lower in Richmond at 43 degrees. Now, let's take a look at today's high. It's only going to get up to about 66 degrees. It's going to be a mostly sunny day with winds coming out of the southwest at 10 miles per hour. Now, let's take a look through the next 12 hours. So we saw a pretty cool start to the morning in those high 40s. It's going to get up to about mid-60s today, but tonight it isn't going to get much lower than those high 50s. We're seeing about 58 at 7, 56 at 9, and 56 at 11. Now, we also saw that cloud cover, which is going to keep those temperatures warm tonight. Now, earlier in the week, we saw a lot of snow and those very cold temperatures getting below freezing, but this weekend, we're seeing a very complete opposite, getting up to almost 70 degrees. Now, this is much different than earlier in the week. We're seeing a lot of cloud cover tomorrow with some strong winds coming out of the southwest at 15 miles per hour. Now, we are going to see a very big drop in temperature on Sunday, only going to get up to about 51 miles per hour. But it is going to be very sunny with winds coming out of the northwest at 15 miles per hour. Let's take a look at the gusts. This morning we saw very high gusts at about 20 miles per hour. When we take a look at noon, it's going to only build up into Saturday morning when we get to around 23 miles per hour across the surrounding area. Taking a look into our future radar, we are going to see a lot of cloud cover start to move in, and by noon on Saturday, it is going to be covering most of the state as well as Ohio. Now that cloud cover is going to start to pull away, and which will cause those warm temperatures or warmer and sunnier temperatures on Sunday afternoon. Now, despite all the precipitation we had early in the week with all that snowfall, we are still experiencing a lot of drought conditions. It is in the extreme category from northern Ohio all the way down into Muncie here, as well as severe in much of the surrounding area. Now, when we take a look into the next 7 days, it is we're seeing that warm up this weekend, getting up to 70 on Saturday. Now, when we take a look at the lows, we see that the temperature on Friday night tonight will be only about 54 degrees, but it will drop Saturday night down to almost 40, and then Sunday night down below freezing to 29. Now, when we take a look through the rest of the week into early next week, we see a 60% chance on Monday evening and a 40% chance on Tuesday. Now, those temperatures do start to drop down, but will start to warm back up a little bit getting into late next week.
Well, I must say, let's bear this cold. Thank you so much, Orion. Coming up, Ball State football plays their last home game tomorrow.
Cardinal Sunrise Sports is up next.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things. This is pre-tirement.
There are a lot of words I would use to describe my daughter. Kind, strong, hilarious. When I think about how much she's experienced in her life, we can't help but be inspired by her every day. So really, we are the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
Some people judge a book by its cover, and if you're not what people are looking for, you're kind of like a reject.
School, it feels like everyone's staring at me and I'm just kind of not really a person.
It just feels hard today. Nobody was listening to me.
And I'll try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Welcome back to Cardinal Sunrise. I'm Ethan Kelso with sports. Ball State men's basketball will make their return to the nest tomorrow evening. The Cardinals will host the Little Rock Trojans with a chance to go 3-1 for the first time in 2 seasons. The Cardinals are coming off their first defeat of the year, Tuesday night's loss to the unbeaten Wisconsin Badgers. Despite their loss, Elmore James IV impressed with 17 points off the bench. The Ohio transfer leads the Cards in scoring through 3 games with 12.3 points per game on 56% shooting. Ball State and Little Rock will tip off at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Keeping things on the hardwood, Ball State women's basketball is back in action tomorrow. The Cards are coming off a 95-64 victory in their home opener against Northern Kentucky on Wednesday. After that win, the Cards are off to a 3-0 start for the 3rd straight season. The Cards have been led by senior transfer Bree Salaban, who tied her career high with 20 points on Wednesday against the Norse. The Cards tip off against the Memphis Tigers on the road at 1 p.m. Taking things over to the Shoe, Ball State will play their final home game this weekend. Cardinals will take on 2-7 Eastern Michigan Saturday at noon. Ball State is undefeated in their 4th home game this season, but have lost all 5 for the away games. In addition, the Cardinals scored 28 points at home, while they've only scored 7 points on the road. With the win on Saturday, the Cardinals will be undefeated for the first time, hopefully, since 2013. Mike Yurmovich could also become the first Ball State head coach in 1978 to go undefeated at home in his first season with the team.
We're excited to finish our season at home on Saturday against a good Eastern team. They're a typical MAC team. It's going to be a 4-quarter football game. They probably have the best quarterback in the MAC. He's leading the conference in passing yards. They got a good group of receivers with them, and their backs run really hard and they're physical.
The game on Saturday will be also senior day to honor senior football players, cheerleaders, and Code Red dancers. Keeping things on the gridiron, a Delaware County team has the chance to make history tonight in the IHAA playoffs. Yet again, the Yorktown Tigers are still alive in postseason play. Last Friday, the Tigers were crowned sectional champions with a 28-10 win over Pendleton Heights. Yorktown's stifling defense has given up only 34 points in the last 5 games, while their offense has ran for over 200 yards in each of their past 3 games. Tonight, Yorktown will face the 6th-ranked Roncalli Royals in the regional championship. Yorktown football has never won a regional title. Tonight, this could be the time where they could be the first team in program history to do so.
You know, I'm really hoping that we're able to get a win out of this. How do you feel?
Pretty excited for Yorktown and pretty excited, hopefully, for Ball State tomorrow.
Right. Well, there's a lot more to look forward to, so, well, thank you so much, Ethan. Coming up, what exactly is the lake effect with snow?
Well, Peyton Davis will break that down with the science next.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Elmo's daddy taught him that when he has a big feeling like being frustrated, humming a song can help you feel better. We all have big feelings, and we are all here for one another. Love your mind.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
You crank it and the beat just moves you right down the hallway. Why not? It doesn't hurt anyone. But listening too long and too loud can actually hurt your hearing. Excessive volume in earbuds, stadiums, and at concerts, even loud machinery, can damage hearing in just 15 minutes.
1 in 5 people 12 years and older now has some kind of hearing loss. So see a hearing professional and let's get those ears checked and boogie on.
Welcome back. Something we are commonly seeing as we are getting some of these more colder temperatures and all this snowing is the lake effect. But what exactly happens for that to be possible? Well, let's take it over to Peyton for breaking down the science.
Good morning and thank you. So today we're going to be talking about lake effect snow and the breaking down of science. So first, let's break it down into steps. First, you have to have cold air over a body of land, and that cold air has to move over a large body of warm water, usually a large lake like Lake Michigan or one of the 4 Great Lakes. And as the cold air moves over the warm lake, the heat and moisture from the lake rises into the atmosphere, causing a cloud to form. And it continues to grow, the cloud does, as it moves further and further along the lake towards the land. And eventually the moisture becomes ice crystals in the clouds, which become too heavy for the cloud. So they fall as snowflakes eventually. And as that cloud continues to grow, snow continues to fall and it gets heavier and heavier. And eventually on the other side of the lake, the snow is falling on the land. Snow falls at a heavy rate, usually 2 to 3 inches per hour. And one thing about lake effect snow is it's very heavy and wet, unlike normal snows. So that snow starts to fall on tree branches and power lines, which causes tree branches to fall more easily in power outages. Conditions also change drastically over a small distance in lake effect snow because the bands are only about 10 or so miles wide. So 10 miles you could have a foot of snow, and another 10 miles you could have no snow at all or very little snow. So let's talk about 2 things that depend what make the lake effect snow intense or not. So number 1 is fetch, which is how cold or how far the cold air moves across the lake. So if that cold air has to move a large distance over a lake, then you're going to have heavier snow and those heavy snowfall rates and just more snow in general. But if this lake is cut in half and it's a smaller lake, then you're only going to have 1 to 2 inches of snow or no snow at all. And the second thing is lapse rates, which is how fast the temperature changes from the ground to the atmosphere. So depending on that, if the temperature is changing a lot, then you're going to have heavier snow, kind of like that fetch. But if you have a lower lapse rate, then you're not going to have as much snow. So let's talk about some fun facts. Usually this lake effect snow season peaks in the late fall and winter, which is why I thought it would be good to talk about it now. And actually we already had one event occur in northwestern Indiana and northeastern Illinois, and that produced about 12 inches of snow up near South Bend and Chicago area. Muncie averages about 18 inches of snow in winter, so we are very little compared to the lake effect snow band areas. And personally, I wish we lived in an area that got lake effect snow, but that's just me. So throwing it back to the desk. Thank you.
Well, hey, thank you so much, Peyton. I guess now moving into the weekend, how are we expecting some of those temperatures? All right, Orion, what's a final look at our final weather?
We're going to see a warm up this weekend, getting up to about 70 degrees. We'll see some scattered showers on Tuesday and Monday evening. Now we also see some lows getting down below freezing Sunday night, which will cool off the rest of the week.
You know, I was really hoping we were starting to warm up for a little bit at least, but it seems like we're already starting to get back to those colder temperatures.
Very short-lived, too.
Yeah, I really want it to be like how we had earlier this week with a little bit more snow on the ground. I'm a snow person, so let's just get the snow on the ground. Let's start winter already. I'm ready for it.
I know. I love snow. I don't like the cold, but then when it's just cold, I don't like winter. It has to have snow on the ground.
That snow, yeah.
But well, hey,
we'll have it at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not the last snowfall of the year, so we'll see some more. Yep. I'm sure of it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Ryan.
Thank you.
That's all for Cardinal Sunrise this Friday morning. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you next week. Have a great rest of your Friday and a great, fantastic weekend.